Know the area. Find out why it's important to know the area in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. I've learned the hard way that the phrase city park doesn't always mean the same thing. In my mind, a park is a nice green space, maybe with a walking path, a duck pond, a swing set, and maybe a jungle gym. It's a nice place to bring the family on a Saturday afternoon. And sometimes that's exactly what a park is. Sometimes, though, it's called a park, but that's not exactly what it is. There are parks in some cities I wouldn't take my family anywhere close to. It might say city park on the map, but you better know the area before you go there. Maybe the park's in a little bit of disrepair. Maybe it's in a lot of disrepair. Maybe there's some activities going on in the park that you don't want your family around. If you've made the mistake of going to a park like that, there's no way you're ever going back. That's the mistake Paul warns the Galatians against making, but with far more serious consequences than a spoiled family outing. The Galatians were in danger of turning back to something from which God had delivered them. Here's how Paul describes it in Galatians chapter 4, starting with verse 8. Formerly, when you did not know God, you were enslaved to those that by nature are not gods. But now you have come to know God, or rather, to be known by God. How can you turn back again to the weak and worthless elementary principles of the world, whose slaves you want to be once more? Paul first says we need to know where we've been. Paul knew that without Christ, we are slaves to sin. He certainly was. He went around killing people thinking he was doing God's work. No way to sugarcoat that. Paul didn't want to go back. He knew that sin didn't work the first time. It wouldn't work the second time either. The Galatians were in danger of slipping back into their old life, but it didn't have to be that way. They had been slaves to sin, but they weren't slaves anymore. The Galatians had been enslaved to false idols, worshiping gods who were not gods at all, but now Jesus had set them free. In Christ, they knew the one true God, the real God, the creator of heaven and earth. Paul points out that not only did they know the one true God, but the one true God knew them. They are known by God. It's one thing to know someone powerful. I know who the King of England is. Other than giving an answer on a trivia quiz, that information doesn't really make much difference in my life. It's much different to be known by someone powerful. If I were known by the King of England, I could go spend the night at Buckingham Palace and take a ride around London in one of those fancy carriages. Knowing there is a God is important. Don't get me wrong, it's vital. But it is infinitely more significant to be known by God. Those who are known by God have a home in heaven. We will spend eternity with Him. He's with us right now. Knowing who we were and who we are in Christ refocuses our life. The paltry things of this world pale in comparison to what we now know in Jesus. Don't make the mistake of going back, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.